No, it hasn't. Let's talk these Victorian numbers. A shocking daily case increase from the 700s, 800s, 900s to 1,438 new cases today. The curve shows Victoria will surpass New South Wales' daily case record, as I understand it. Why is this when they race to lockdown harder and earlier? Well, we just had grand final weekend. Compliance fatigue has happened, as you might expect after more than 200 days under lockdown. Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews telling the story on this morning.
This is more than a 50% increase on yesterday's daily numbers, and I'm sure that'll be a great concern to all Victorians. We've been very clear these numbers would go up. They go up faster, of course, if people don't follow the rules.
So as Kieran said, so much for the short, sharp lockdown promised at the outset. And why did the Victorian Premier have to ban golf or a drink at a picnic or shut golf club toilets? But having said that, for those who say the lockdowns in New South Wales and Victoria should never have happened, a lot more people would be dead today and hospitals more overwhelmed had they not occurred before vaccination rates could come up. In New South Wales, an extraordinary first dose rate of 87.19% to be announced in an hour or so. And in a bid to get over 90%, they are now offering Pfizer and Moderna to over 60s for the first time since it was taken away long before the lockdown. Just on that, I've just had some figures. Double dose New South Wales, 64.03% yesterday. So you can expect them to hit 70 next Wednesday or Thursday or at the latest Friday. That will mean when they open up at 70%, it will be more like 73, 74% double dose. But 231 COVID deaths in New South Wales this month with another 6 overnight. Is this the death rate we'll see going forward? That's the question no one appears game to answer. It could stay the same as lockdown is lifted because vaccination rates have lifted. At 20, averaged out at 2,600 or so deaths a year. It's a lot higher than flu deaths, but not anywhere near a situation that you would keep an economy closed to prevent it. And again, the deaths are overwhelmingly around 90% among the unvaccinated, at least those who haven't had 2 doses. And the debate on the schools return goes on today. It always looked impractical to have pubs open and schools not in New South Wales in a week and a half's time. Gladys Berejiklian bringing school opening dates forward to October 18, but not as far as Federal Education Minister Alan Tudge wants. The Premier explaining she wants greater vaccination coverage of teachers and the community when schools go back.
We need to make sure that we obviously have fully vaccinated teachers available. We need to make sure that school communities have enough time to gear up and also that there's enough confidence that it's safe to do so in that way, and also to give extra protection with the rates of vaccination. It's already nearly 48% of 12 to 15-year-olds that have had the vaccine. Our adult coverage is outstanding, so that extra week between the 11th and the 18th, for a number of reasons, gives school communities that extra level of protection.
The only thing that could be considered, I think, Laura, is whether or not parents are given the opportunity to choose to send their kids back to school earlier, particularly if they are double vaccinated, their kids are double vaccinated, and the teacher is double vaccinated.